All right, so as we typically do in class, let's go ahead and just begin on the back body. Just in any comfortable position that works for you. Feel free if you've got a blanket or a pillow. Let me fix one more thing up here. There we go. So feel free if you have a blanket or a pillow or anything at all that you want to just get the head comfy with. And then just go ahead and come onto the back body. And just get in any comfortable position that works for you. And just close the eyes. Just begin to notice your breath. Notice the breath and how the quality of the breath is this morning arriving on your mat. Just envision the breath making its way throughout the entire body, into the fingers and into the toes, into the belly. And if you're chilled, feel free to throw a blanket over you. Don't have the same climate control as I do at the club. So just really envision that breath moving into the belly, lifting the belly, and almost making its way to the chest, and then coming out through the nose again. So feel it move into the belly, lift through the belly, move up into the chest, and exhale through the nose. And just keep this breath moving. Just keep the breath moving. Just stay on the back body. Almost feel a whisper tone come in at the back of the throat. So that ocean-like breath, that Ujjayi Pranayama breath, just begin to really cultivate that. Feel like you are fogging a mirror with the lips sealed as you exhale. So breathing in through the nose, feel it moving into the belly, moving into the chest, lips remain sealed, and just exhale through the nose. That ocean-like sound. Few more cycles of breath. Just begin to notice anything that the body physically may be holding on to. Any tension, any tightness, anything at all. Just envision that breath moving to wherever that tension is. Just breathe into it. And exhale, just envision it leaving the body. Just envision it disappearing, letting go, lightening. Just clearing space. And same thing if we're holding on to anything in the mind, any tension, anything that we may be holding on to, just envision that breath just coming in and sweeping away, just cleansing, creating a fresh canvas to start our day. So just envision the breath moving in, just wrapping around whatever it is that we may be holding on to. And sweeping it away, letting it go. Few more cycles of breath, just at your own pace. Just finding your own meditation with this. And the beautiful thing about our breath is it's something we can always come back to. So when we find the mind beginning to wander, maybe through our practice or just through our day, Come back to the breath. Just come back to this exercise. Just envision the breath moving in and just sweeping away what no longer serves us. Just starting out with that blank canvas once again, right there in that moment. So let's begin to move the fingertips and move the toes. And just begin to roll through the wrists. And take a full body stretch when you're ready. Nice big full body stretch. Just reach and reach and reach. Petey, I'm gonna scoot you over. Go ahead and just bend the elbows. Go ahead and bend the elbows. Just come into that goalpost arm. And still stay nice and long through the back body. Just that goalpost arm. Let the shoulders melt. Feel the breath still move into the belly and move into the upper chest. Still exhaling through the nose. Just really let the shoulders melt. Feel the chest open here. Let's go ahead and connect the fingers. Just interlace your fingers and flip the palms up and overhead and behind us. Oh, nice full body stretch. Get the wrists involved. Point through the toes. And then just release the fingers and come back into that goalpost arm. Just soften. Take a few breaths right here. Let's take one more full body stretch. Just reach and reach. Ooh, watch the coffee if you've got it behind you. Full body stretch. And on your exhale, open mouth exhale this time, and bring the arms up and overhead and down by the sides of the body. There we go. Just right here with the palms at the sides of the body. Let's take one more breath in through the nose and open mouth exhale. Just breathe it in. Let it go. And then just bend through the knees. Let's go ahead and bend through the knees and just lift up a little bit with the hips and place them just a little bit closer down to the feet, just allowing for some extra length coming through the spine. And just feel the feet on the mat or the rug, wherever you're at. Just take a couple of breaths. Just envision that low back really melting down, just everything touching the earth. And then just a couple of little gentle side to sides with the knees. Just some nice gentle swaying with the knees back and forth. Kind of windshield wiper things out a little bit, and then pause for a moment. Walk the feet towards the edges of the mat. Just walk them apart. And same thing, just windshield wiper. Maybe pause a little bit on one side. Just get a nice stretch through the quadriceps. A little back and forth. Might have some tension built up in the hips from sitting too much, or just tension. Just moving it back and forth. Perfect. And kind of walk the feet in towards one another a little bit. Let's go ahead and just pull the knees in towards the chest. Just give ourselves a nice big hug this time. Maybe a little massage on the low back. You can roll a couple little gentle circles if that feels good. If at all it doesn't feel good, then just back off from it. If there is any kind of issue with the low back, just be real gentle here. And then go ahead and open up the arms out to a T. If you have a pillow, feel free to use that here. Go ahead and let the knees just fall over towards the right-hand side. And then just take a nice deep breath in. Feel that left shoulder just melt down towards the earth. And if you'd like to, take the gaze out over towards the left hand. Just come into a nice twist. If it really feels good and you'd like to, go ahead and extend that top leg out. That might feel good too. Get a little more of a stretch through the bum here. Just something to play with, just an option. And another thing you can do here, if it does feel a little too intense, putting some pillows right underneath the thighs is also a nice way to go. So just take a couple of breaths right here. Just envision the breath moving in through the nose, down the spine, down into the pelvis. And exhaling, just wringing everything out, just letting everything go, wringing out the spine. And then let's go ahead. We'll take a nice full breath in. Just move the knees back up through center. Take a pause for a moment in center. Just maybe lift the hips and re-stretch through the spine. Just lengthen a little bit and make sure that it's even. And then we'll bring the knees back in towards the chest. Little rock maybe back and forth. And bring the knees over towards the left. And just envision that right shoulder just melting down a little bit more. The gaze can be towards the sky, or maybe the gaze comes out over towards the right hand. Just breathe wherever you're at. Nice big breaths. Extend that top leg if that feels good. Couple breaths right here. Come back to that Ujjayi breath, especially if you don't have any music playing. Sometimes that can be a really nice soundtrack to have that ocean-like breath. Really just notice your breath. You can re-bend the knee and bring the knees back up through center and just take a nice little rock back and forth on the low back again. Let's just lift the feet up towards the sky. Ooh. And just gently pedal through the feet, just back and forth. Back and forth. Maybe roll the ankles a few times. Flex the feet, spread the toes apart. And go ahead and drop the feet down and come into happy baby pose. So you can either grasp onto the toes, you can grasp onto the feet, or if it's a little tight, you can just grasp onto the thighs. That's a great way to get here too. Just do what feels good to you. And envision the shoulders getting nice and heavy here too. Still lengthening through the spine, lengthening through the back of the neck. And go ahead and bring the feet together. Let's run the palms down the back of the legs. You can either roll over to the side body and roll your way up, or rock a couple of times. Let's put these babies back on. There we go. You can rock up to a seated position. And again, if you have a blanket handy, that might feel good, or you can sit right on your mat. Whatever feels good to you. Everybody can still hear me okay? We're good? Awesome. All right, so go ahead. Just take a nice full breath in our seated position. Just get nice and comfortable. Envision just almost like a string is pulling up through the crown of the head. It's starting to get warm in here a little bit. I'm seeing Catherine's fireplace in the background, and in my mind, it's getting warm. I like it. So just envision lengthening through the spine. Just come back to that breath again. Really notice it moving into the belly and moving its way up through the chest. And exhaling through the nose a couple times. Blink the eyes open. Let's go ahead and lift the palms up towards the sky. Breathe in, gaze up to the fingers. And then exhale, go ahead and take your twist. Take that right hand behind you and just roll it up and back. And gaze just behind the shoulder. Take a couple breaths. And then bring the gaze back forward. Go ahead and unwind. Plant that left hand and lift up with the right. Nice side body stretch. Kind of push into that left hand and really lengthen through the right hand side of the body. Really, really lengthen. Go ahead and bring the palm down. Let's just roll the shoulders a couple times here. Then go ahead, just lift up with the palms again. Take a full breath in. Exhale, take that twist over towards the left. Roll your left shoulder up and back. Take the gaze behind you. Still envision lengthening through the crown of the head, lifting and twisting. And then gently bring the gaze forward, unwind through the body. Plant that right hand down and lift up with the left. Nice side body stretch. Go ahead and bring the palm back down. Let's roll the shoulders a couple of times. And then let's just give the neck a little bit of love here. So let's actually put the hands kind of down by the sides of the body and just begin, just take the neck. We'll concentrate on the right side first. So go ahead and just let the left ear fall over towards the left shoulder. Just lengthen through the right hand side of the neck. And then see if we can drop that palm down even a little bit and then pull the shoulder back just a little bit. So you really feel, AC? Nugget, that's you on the screen, sweetie. Macy, just stick right there with that neck stretch just for a moment. Nugget, sweetie, that's you. Shh, it's okay, it's okay. All right, so coming back, get a little excited. So yeah, so just kind of isolating the neck. So when it's over, just think about that, just dropping down that opposite shoulder a little bit and then pushing it back just a little bit. You really can get a little deeper in there. Let's go ahead and just lift up and move to the other side. So drop it down. You got to be really gentle here too, because it is a big neck stretch and you will feel it a little bit later. You can do this in a chair and really get it and grasp onto the bottom of the chair and really get into there. But again, you just have to be a little bit gentle. So dropping the neck over to the side and then pushing that shoulder back a little bit. Just feel the difference. Really gets in there. Can everybody feel that? Okay, you don't have to give me a nod just yet. Yeah, go ahead and bring the neck back up and let's just roll the shoulders a couple of times, roll that out. It's a good one to come back to though. And again, if you're in a chair, you can really get that by grasping underneath. So just a fun thought. So let's go ahead. Let's take a full breath in. Let's lift up through the heart, lift up through the chest and exhale. Let's take a forward fold right here. Just in our cross-legged position, our crisscross applesauce. And if it doesn't feel good, you can stretch the legs out. That is okay as well. But just go ahead and take that nice forward fold. Just feel a little bit of a hip opener going there. And let's go ahead and walk it back up. Walk it back up. Let's lengthen out through the legs. Just kind of shake that out a little bit. Shake it out. And then let's cross it opposite side. So it's going to feel like the weird way of doing it here. So opposite side, just roll the shoulders a couple of times, get seated here, feel how it feels, a little different. And then go ahead, nice big lift through the belly. Exhale, take a forward fold. Let go. And then just gently walk it back up. Walk it back up, and let's go ahead. We're going to actually come all the way up onto the knees. And again, if you'd like to, if you're on a harder surface, you can use the blanket underneath the knees, but come into your table pose. And we're just going to begin to make some cat-cow movements. So go ahead and lift through the tailbone, lift the gaze, just breathe in. Exhale, round, let it go. Really pull the belly in when you round and lift the gaze, lift the hips, breathe it in. Exhale, round and let it go. Just move a few times at your own pace. Just gonna check our time here. We're looking good. Move through at your own pace. Just envision the breath igniting the movement in the body. And then next time you round, go ahead and just sink all the way back. We're going to sink all the way into a child's pose. You can open up the knees a little bit, maybe make room for the belly, room for the quarantine baked goods belly. Go ahead and just take a nice length through the back body. Let the head go. Take a breath in here. Really feel the shoulder blades open up. Just let the head completely go down towards your mat. And then take a little bit of a lift through the chest. And we're going to actually walk the fingers, walk everything over towards the right. So we get a nice stretch through the left-hand side of the body. You can bring the left hand on top of the right. Feels kind of nice. And then just really pull back through the left hips. Really nice big stretch through the left-hand side of the body. And then walk it back through center. Walk it all the way back through center and opposite side. Oh, nice big length. And then back through center. Back through center, and kind of walk the fingers up. Keep the hips lifted and make your way into your puppy dog pose. So bum is lifted, chest comes down. Feel a little bit more of a stretch through the back body. Upper back body, I should say. And keep the elbows down on the earth. Slowly make your way forward. And just make your way all the way onto the mat. Go ahead and just bring the palms underneath the chin. Just shake the hips out for a moment. Shake it out. Let it all go. You can lift the feet up. Same thing, just back and forth with the feet. Just a nice windshield wiper back and forth. Go ahead and bring the feet down. We're going to get a nice stretch through the arms again. So let's go ahead and begin with the right arm. Just reach it out and keep the left hand. The left one's going to be just underneath like so. So be really gentle here. We're going to roll up onto the right-hand side of the body. You can kind of envision, see what I'm doing here. Get a nice stretch through the shoulders. So personally, I've just been holding a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders through the last few weeks. So this is a nice little way to get some of that out. So then gently just roll back onto the belly. Roll back onto the belly. Let's change sides. So pull the arm that was extended in, reach the opposite one out, and same thing. Just roll up onto the side. Get a nice stretch. If it's too much on the shoulder, make sure to back off from it a little bit. And then gently roll back down onto the belly. Pull both arms in again and shake those hips out again. Shake them out. Shake them out. Let's reach the palms forward. Elbows coming right underneath the shoulders, or just a little bit in front of the shoulders, I should say. Open up the palms nice and wide. Just roll the shoulders back. Let's make our way into Sphinx pose. And if you have a blanket underneath you, if it feels uncomfortable, feel free to remove it. Take your time. I might actually do that. It's just a little intense on the low back for me. So bring the belly back down. And just roll the shoulders up and back. Feel length still coming through the back of the neck here. So rather than keeping the head up, you're lengthening through the back of the neck. And just feel that upper back body get a nice stretch here. Nice stretch, and then just gently bring the chest down, bring the palms back underneath the shoulders. Little shake back and forth with the hips one more time. And then let's push our way back into table and sink back down into child's pose. And just take 3 breaths in your child's pose. And then from child's pose, make your way back up into table. Your choice, either stay right here in table and just walk 1 foot back at a time, let that be an option. Or go ahead and tuck the toes and make your way up into downward facing dog. Let that be another option. Just kind of walk your dog out a little bit. Just tread 1 foot at a time. And shake the head out a little bit. Shake the hips out. So either table and just step back 1 foot at a time, or downward dog. Either way. And then wherever you're at, we're going to just slowly make our way to the front of our mat. And gently roll up. And I am going to go ahead and just scoot back a little bit so everybody can hopefully see me. Maybe. Fix this just slightly. There we go. That should work. Perfect. All right. So at the front of your mat, let's go ahead and just make our way through some sun salutations. So take a nice big inhale. Just breathe in, gaze up towards the palms, gaze up towards the fingers, breathe in. Exhale, take a forward fold. Exhale, let it go. A little bend into the knees maybe on this forward fold. Bring the palms up to the shins. Just find some length through the back of the legs. Push the shoulders back here. Really lift through the hips. And then exhale, let it go once again. A little bend into the knees. Rise all the way up. All the way up. Full breath in. Exhale, palms to heart center. Once again, full breath in. Breathing in. Lift the palms. Lift the gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Palms to the shins. Just find some length through the back of the legs. And exhale, take a forward fold. And this time in your forward fold, just pause. We're going to walk the feet apart a little bit here. Walk them a little wider than hips width distance apart. Just a nice wide leg stance, but that's comfortable. And just take a forward fold and then maybe grasp onto opposite elbows and just rock back and forth a little bit. Just feel what feels good here to you. Let the head go. Lengthen through the back of the legs. Take a couple of breaths. Just release the elbows when you're ready. And go ahead and just plant the right hand into the earth. Maybe take even a little bend into the right knee and lift the left palm up towards the sky. Lift it up. And if you can, go ahead and straighten through that knee. Just see what feels good here to you. Maybe take a bend into the opposite knee. Just play with it a little bit. Go ahead and bring that palm down. Bring it down, opposite palm lifts up to the sky. Same thing, maybe take a bend into that left knee if that feels good. If not, maybe straighten it, maybe try the opposite one, just see what feels right here, and then go ahead and bring the palm down. One more time, grasp onto the elbows. Just rock back and forth. Bring the palms down to the earth. Just kind of heel toe the feet back in towards one another. Back in towards one another. Bring the palms up to the shins. Just find some length again through the back of the legs. And exhale, fold. Rise all the way up. Breathe in, full breath in. And exhale, palms to heart center. Very nice. How's everybody feeling? Good? Good. All right. Everybody can hear me still okay? Thumbs up? We're good. All right, cool. So just close the eyes for a moment while we're standing and feel the earth underneath the feet. Feel a lift coming through the soles of the feet. Just envision that lift coming all the way to the crown of the head. Feel the breath moving through the body, just like we began with. Just feel that breath moving. Go ahead and blink the eyes open. Once again, let's lift the palms, lift the gaze, breathe in, lift the palms up towards the sky. Exhale, take a forward fold. Take a forward fold. Palms to the shins, find some length. This time, take a little bend in the knees and plant the palms, and we're gonna step back with the left foot. Just keep that right foot forward. Pull the right hip back just a little bit, so we're nice and square, and then bring the left knee down onto the earth. And if you want to, you can flip your mat, make it a little bit more comfortable, see what feels right to you. And then so we're in this nice low lunge position. Just bring the palms up towards the thigh, still square off through the hips. Bring it in. Take a full breath in, either right here, or you can reach the arms up towards the sky and just drop the shoulders down. Just take a couple of breaths right here. Let's go ahead. We're going to actually just drop the right hand down. Keep the left hand lifted. Just bring that right hand onto the hip and then reach the left hand up and over. So we get a nice stretch through the left-hand side of the body here. It's a little bit of a balance as well. And then go ahead, bring the palm down. We're going to bring both palms down onto the earth and just gently sink back, lift up through those right toes. Find some length through the back body. Exhale, just take a nice forward fold. Just see how it feels. Lengthen through the back of the leg, nice forward fold. And then go ahead, just plant the foot back down onto the earth. Tuck the left toes, lift up with that left knee. Just take a moment, get a nice stretch right there. And we're going to go ahead and step all the way up to the front of the mat. Bring the palms to the shins, find some length. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up. All the way up. Breathe in, gaze towards the sky. Exhale. Palms to heart center. Just close the eyes. Take a couple of breaths right here. See how we're looking. Blink the eyes open. Let's go ahead, flow again. Lift the palms, lift the gaze, breathe it in. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Palms to the shins, find some length through the back of the legs, and exhale. Plant the palms, little bend into the knees. This time, step back with the right foot. Nice bend into that left knee. Maybe flip the mat, bring the knee down onto the earth, untuck the toe. Come into that low lunge position once again. Make sure the ankle and knee are in line, really important. Keep them lined up. Pull that hip back just a little bit, and then maybe bring the palms just right here if that feels good. That's an option. Or go ahead and bring the palms all the way up to the sky. Drop the shoulders down a little bit. And then go ahead. We're going to actually drop the right palm this time, or excuse me, left palm. Not mirroring you guys this time, so it makes it a little different. Oh, go ahead and just reach up and over if everybody can see me. There we go. So yeah, where the knee is bent, bring the palm onto that hip and reach the opposite one up and over. Nice. And then go ahead, bring the palm down. Let's sink it back, get some length through the back of the leg. Breathe in through the back of the leg. Take that forward fold. And go ahead, just bend back into your knee. Bend back in. Go ahead and tuck the right toe underneath. Lift up through the right knee. We're going to actually just step all the way back this time with the left foot. You can either make your way into a plank for a couple of moments if you're feeling adventurous, or you can bring the knees down to the earth. Either way, eventually just sink back into your child's pose and take a couple of breaths right here. And from child's pose, we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and gently, all the way up. And then go ahead and just take your time and make your way onto the back body. Make your way onto the back body. Pull the knees into the chest. Just give yourself a nice little rock back and forth. Nice little rock back and forth. Bring the feet down towards the earth. Go ahead and just cross that right foot up and over the top of the left thigh. Flex into the right foot. And go ahead, reach through, grasp onto the back of the left leg. Get a nice stretch through the hip. Maybe roll that left ankle a couple of times. And go ahead and just bring the left foot down to the earth and uncross the right. And just windshield wiper the knees out a little bit. And then we'll go ahead. We're going to uncross, cross the left leg over the top of the right thigh. Reach on through, grasp onto the back of that right leg. Maybe roll the ankle a couple of times. That feels good. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Get that nice stretch. And then go ahead and just bring the feet down, windshield wiper the knees a couple of times. Bring the feet out in front of you. Maybe take a nice full body stretch. And then just make your way. We're nearing the end of our session, believe it or not, but we can make our way into our final resting pose, our Savasana. So take your time and make your way there. And we're going to do it just a little bit different since we're in our own homes and don't have to be anywhere anytime right after this. So we're going to actually finish class in Savasana. So you can take as long of a Savasana as you would like to this morning. But just close the eyes. If you need a blanket or a pillow, grab one. Just be as comfortable as possible in your Savasana. Just notice the breath and just soften and let it go. Just let everything go. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth and the eyes soften. The shoulders soften. Just let yourself completely be. And take your time right here. Spend as long of a time in Savasana as you would like to. Another option is to spend your Savasana with your legs up against the wall. That is something you can also do. So if it feels more inviting, just find a wall in your home and bring the legs up against the wall and get nice and comfortable there. But just take about 10 minutes or so just right here. And I am so grateful that you were able to spend your morning with me. And it's been so wonderful to see everybody. So just remember, and always come back to this breath. Find the mind beginning to wander and things being crazy, just coming back to the breath. Envision it cleansing through the body, cleansing through the mind. Just creating a blank canvas for that moment. And thank you again for joining me this morning. Take your time in your Savasana if you would like to. And I will see everybody next week. Namaste.